What's up, Busters? What y'all doing, man? It is Monday. It is May. It is the 8th of that month. It is 2023. You're listening to Just My Two Cents. Like I said, it's Monday, so it's another recap, boys. I'm going to recap UFC 288, tell you what I thought about the fights, tell you how I did with my picks and my bets. And then I'm going to preview this upcoming UFC card, which is UFC Charlotte, taking place on Saturday in Charlotte, North Carolina. So that's the stream. Chat's blowing up already. See what we got in here. Lobby trying to sick burn me. Me with the actual sick burn. Zach trying to stir up the fucking drama. What up, Zach? Moyes adding fuel to the fire. I'm Mo Cheese. God, you are not. You did not use logic to come to that conclusion, sir. I can tell you that. Exactly, dude. Dude, tell them I'm not you. Bro, tell them I'm not you. Now, I know you're probably just going to fucking play along with that because, well, you're Touch. So, I feel like that's something Touch would do. But what's up, Moist Cheese? But yeah, he's right. See? I don't. My wife does not have that kind of money. Yeah. Very funny. Yeah, very funny, you fucking chuckleheads. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, y'all are a couple of regular fucking stand-up comedians. Yeah, you got me. I'm Moist Cheese. All right, man. Since there's a couple of you fucking smart mouths in here, I guess we'll just go ahead and get to it. Like I said, it's Monday, man. I hope y'all doing good. Hope y'all had a good weekend. I had a pretty good weekend, all things considered. Pretty good. So, as I normally do at the start of these streams, I got my coffee here. I wanted to start the stream a lot earlier. Apologies for the late start. I'm not the most punctual human being on the planet, but 3 hours is still a little ridiculous considering I normally start the show at noon. But yeah, I had a lot going on today. It was a busybody, but I'm here. And I don't normally drink coffee this late in the afternoon, but I just need to, man. I still feel like I'm just still feel like I need to fucking, like I did a bunch of shit that I needed to do, but I'm still just I was on autopilot and I didn't smoke that much. And so I need a little pick me up and I need a little fucking lift me up. So I'm going to drink a little coffee, nice up my head, and just kind of get warmed up here, man. Dude, shout out to one of my favorite fake sponsors, Nature's Heritage. This forbidden Skittles that they grew is fucking dank. So shout out to them. It was grown properly. It was cured properly. Sticky yet not moist, which is exactly what you want. It doesn't crumble into dust, but it still breaks away. Perfectly cured. I love the high. The price was good. What am I talking about? I didn't pay for that. They're my fucking fake sponsor, dude. I mean, I did, but I'm just in my head. Just let me have it, okay? Just let me have the bullshit fantasy. They fake sponsored me. They paid me to smoke this shit, and it's awesome. Shout out to Nature's Heritage. Yeah, that is what I maintain. What up, Tigger? Where does this past pay-per-view rank on your most boring cards of all time list? I can't call it boring, but I'll tell you what, that won't worth no $80 fucking dollars. I will say that. The prelims were better than the main card. If you didn't have the money to pay for the pay-per-view and you didn't stream it and you have ESPN Plus, like, you probably got more bang for your buck. Let's be real. The co-main, like, if you were waiting around for the co-main in the main event, you definitely got let down, man. The Coco was crazy. That was insane. But, you know, we got to try and, like, we got to kind of realize that, like, we're all pretty hardcore fans. Thinking about it from a casual standpoint is not always the easiest thing to do. But, man, if I was a casual fan, I would have felt ripped the fuck off. I'll just say that. All right, man. Well, I do want to say something before we get started. I have an announcement to make. It's a little bit of, I guess you could call it channel news, but I just want to go ahead and get it out of the way. I have an announcement to make. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but I do want to go ahead and make it official. I'm not going to make a banner for it or anything, but I'll just kind of explain the situation to you. And it is basically that me, just my 2 cents, I'm going to be stepping away from the Rabid Dogs channel. I'm going to be kind of removing myself from the world of Mr. Arkansas. And it's for a couple different reasons. Now, I was in Mecca 10. Dude, y'all know that I love the fucking Meccas. I truly do. And I stand by what I say about everything that I've ever said about the Mecca. It's the craziest competition. It's like the best game ever. It's insane. And I do. I have a good time when I'm in the Mecca, but it is very fucking stressful. And when I was in Mecca 10, throughout the whole season, it was kind of a reminder of, like, why I got stressed out before and why I took the break. I think it was like after season 8. It was like, dude, I need to step away from this for a minute. But it was kind of like, it just felt like deja vu. So this feeling has kind of like been building for a little while now. Like the stress and the anxiety that it causes me. And not just that, not just like the stress of like the game itself and making the prediction, not just that, but like the drama that always seems to come with it. Like, it always seems to be some kind of like issue, and I always find myself just caught right in the fucking middle of it. And it just kind of felt like deja vu again. It's like the stress has kind of been building in me for a little bit now. And what brought everything to a head was the Arkandome shit, the group chat drama. And that was like kind of like the final straw for me, where it's like, I can't do this anymore, man. And it's not like, this isn't like fuck Ark. This isn't like I don't have some like agenda or anything. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, Ark will tell you himself that channel is the fucking Wild Wild West, dude. It's chaotic, it's crazy. It is very entertaining. And I am super guilty of just getting wrapped up in it. And like, I told Ark this. I was like, dude, when I get interested in something, I just jump into it head first. And so like I was all about the competitions. Like I enjoy like the live streams when they get crazy and like Ark's ragging on people. It's fucking hilarious. It's like it's super fucking duper entertaining. But like what happens is I always get myself in too deep with it. I get myself too involved and I always end up getting fucking stranded, caught in the crossfire. Like I just get caught in the crossfire. It is another thing he said, dude. It is no channel for old men. And your boy is getting up there, dude. I'm gonna be over the hill in less than a year. And I'm just not rabid enough anymore, dude. I'm just a fucking old hippie. Like at the end of the day, I just want to like smoke weed and I want everyone to get along. And it's just like, I don't know, man. I think it's just best for me. Like what I decide is just like for me and like my mental health and my peace of mind, I just gotta step away. I gotta step away and like, yeah. But yeah, shout out to Ark. I did talk to Ark about this. And I'm sure at some point he will say something about it on his channel. But no, there's no beef. Like I'm not like there's no problems for me. It's just I gotta do what I gotta do. So I just wanted to make that announcement. But shout out to him, and I appreciate him letting me be a part of the games and like let me come on there and shout me out and all that shit. I do appreciate it. But I just think it's best for me that I do that. Yep, just for you. Just so you can see my face. Yeah, I got to retire from the Wild Wild West, man. I can't hack it anymore. Zach trying to stir up the drama. See, I'm not trying to do that, man. That is like the opposite of what I want. That's another reason. It's like I can't do the drama anymore, man. I'm not cut out for it anymore. I'm just an old bitch. Can't do it. I know I couldn't, man. Moy says he's officially stepping away too. It's a good run, but it's time to move on for me as well. It was a good run, man. My kidney stone is the real issue, dude. My anxiety is the real issue. And I told Ark this. I was like, and I'll tell y'all, like I've said this before too on stream, so it's not like this is the first time I've ever addressed this. But dude, I've had social anxiety since I'm a teenager. It's something that like I've dealt with my whole life. It was bad in high school. I kind of started to break out of my shell after high school, but it was like I needed a lot of like weed and alcohol and drugs and like, you know, playing music helped and all that shit. But like that was all like drug and booze induced. That the anxiety is still there. Like I can be sociable. I can like, you know, I like to chum it up with people, but like the anxiety is always still there, man. And it's something I just like have to manage and like it's not Ark himself. It's like I said, I always just end up like getting too involved and like finding myself caught in between like shit that's going on there. And like that is what sends my fucking anxiety. And now my blood pressure, like I said, I'm getting up there, dude. Like I'm not fucking the oldest dude around here, but like I said, I'm gonna be over the hill in less than a year. And it's like now I really have to start thinking about, okay, you do need to manage your blood pressure and your anxiety and your cardiovascular fitness and all that shit. So it's like I think it's best for my own health that I just, you know, step away. I'm not gonna say that I'm never like, you know, I'll probably be lurking here and there, but I think it's best that I don't involve myself at this point right now. But yeah, shout out to him. And I'm not like unsubscribing or anything. It's just I gotta take a step back. I know. I'm just an old fucking hippie, dude. Are you going to lose the ARC audience? So, well, I'm glad you brought that up, Ashley, with your shit stirring ass. And I told ARC this. I told him backstage. I've said this publicly many times. I fully acknowledge. I've said this publicly. I've said it privately. I fully acknowledge that a lot of the people here that I'm talking to right now, I met on ARC's channel. I said the only person that I knew before that I interacted with before was Jack. So I acknowledge that. And if I now have, a few people that were from ARC's channel that still like this channel and want to, stop by when I stream, I appreciate that. And I will always acknowledge that and be grateful for it. So, I mean, it just is what it is. It's not, it's just, that's what happened. That's the history of it. But yeah, and I just do my thing and keep putting out my content. And if people like it, so be it. If not, that's cool too. But yeah, shout out to the Rabid Dog, man. He's going to be doing his thing. And yeah, hope I wish him, all the best. I know he like has his issues with YouTube and StreamYard and all that shit, but I do, like, I'm not just saying this, I'm not blowing smoke up his ass. Like, I do wish him, he has one of the best channels on YouTube, like the most entertaining. And they did that. YouTube has put the fuck to him with certain things. And so I hope that he, continues to have success and new subscribers and all that shit. There's no bad blood on my end. I'll tell you what, Zach. I'll tell you what. I will. You got to promise me, though. People have seen my face before. But I will send you a picture of my face. But you have to promise that you don't show anybody else. And I just don't 100% trust you. I mostly trust you, which is why I'm saying it to begin with. But it's like, it's hard for me to like 100% trust most anybody. But yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, it wasn't like you actually did it. Moist fucking did it. But yeah, I mean, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, dude, I had a channel where I show my face. And I've told y'all why I don't do it. Because I'm fucking super insecure and like, I just be looking at myself and judging myself and like, oh, do I look stupid now? Do I look stupid now? Like, I'm not going to do that, man. I just have to think about, oh, am I like, I don't know. It's just, I can relax a little bit more when I have the camera off and I can just talk to you fucking jacknards like it's more of like a radio show. Do you know what I mean? Jaffiel? Your fucking butt's a side issue you have to deal with. No, I'm just playing. Oh, yeah, of course, man. Dude, my kid brother looks so fucking old now, dude. He looks so much older than me. And it's because, he got my niece. And she fucks him up. Dude, she fucks him and my sister-in-law up. Like, she is a fucking ball of fire, man. And she like, dude, I love my niece to death, but she is just like the two of them. Not in like the worst ways, but in like the mischievous shit. And like, dude, she manipulates the living fuck out of them, dude. It's hilarious. But yeah, she made my brother look like 45, 50 overnight. And he's like 3.5 years younger than me. So yeah, man, I feel you on that. Shout out to the 11 people in the building. Yeah, man, I'm just doing a little channel business. You have a nice life, you butt sack. Lobby, if you can't get with the program, then I'm just going to skip over your comments. Because see, you're trying to like stir shit up. And that's what I'm like moving away from. So if you can't get in lockstep, I'm just going to pass. And I know you're putting that up there for attention. So if you want the attention that you so desperately seek on this channel, you're going to have to get in line a little bit more. Read the room a little bit, as they say. Yeah, Zach. Yeah, if you promise to stop being a fucking cyberbully, stop being a fucking instigator. Yeah, you did. You lied about everything. You fucking devious piece of shit. No, I'm just playing. You lied about not being gay. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, no, dude, I'm hilarious. So now that we got that out of the way, like I said, shout out to Mr. Arkansas. I'm gonna do this this UFC 288 recap. And I'll tell you what, boys, this is not going to be an easy one for me to do. I've eaten just countless plates of crow in my, was like 5 years now of doing predictions. But this is one of the rawest, nastiest, half alive, half dead, still like fucking mutated claw plates of crow that I've had to eat ever. UFC 288 whooped my fucking ass. UFC 288 came up to me and said, she's got a big mouth, but she's not kidding. I'm going to whip you silly and I'm going to fuck you stupid. Ready to do the man dance? First dance is yours. And I was not ready to tango. Dude, I got fucked up. Bets? You want to talk about bets, bro? Beaten pillar to post. Picks. It wasn't my worst night of picks, but it's on the lower end for sure. One of the worst of the year. So if you're a 2 cents detractor, if you're a 2 cents hater, you know, tune your ears up, boys. You're gonna like this one. You're gonna get a fucking kick out of this. That's surprising, man. I got whooped. God, I got whooped. See, there you go. I need the attention of all my. I know. Happy days. Yeah, man. I know. I'm an attention whore myself, man. I have to admit. I like being the life of the party. I like being the center of attention. I'm very vain. That's another reason I don't fucking show my face. I get to stare at myself. Oh, do I look stupid here? Do I look cool here? Like, it's really bad, man. So that's just, I don't like it. But let's get to this UFC 288 recap. Follow me on Topology. I took a hit, but I'm still 62. Another couple good weeks, and I could be at 63 again. But yeah, 288. What the fuck? The camera ain't on, no way. I don't give a fuck if it lost connection to the camera. Unfucking real. Okay. So yeah, let's recap UFC 288. It took place at the Prudential Center, The Rock, bro, as they call it. Went down at The Rock. I think, like I said, I thought the prelims were better than the main card. I did have burning questions for the chat. I will give you what the answers are, in my opinion, to like what was the snoozer of the night, what was fight of the night, what was performance of the night. I'll give you the KO of the night, the submish of the night. I will answer all those questions probably at the end, or maybe kind of as we go along. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. That's probably about more appropriate. But I will go through these fight by fight, bottom to top, in the order that they happen. And I'll tell you how I do my picks and my bets and just kind of what I thought about the fights in general. I'll tell you how I scored them and what I thought about the finishes. Excuse me. And yeah, that's what we'll do. So shout out to the 7 people in the building. This has been a good stream so far. We have peaked at 11. I'm peaking. Yeah, I like that. I like 11. That'll work. That'll do. I usually consider it to be a disappointment if I can't, even if it's just for a second, man, even if it's just for a little bit, I need to hit that double digit. So that's good. All right, let's go through these one by one, man. Okay, I don't think, I'm not going to pull them up. I have the banners ready. That's going to be good enough. But what I do need to do is fucking stroke this chillin' real quick, dude. Casual toke. Ooh, Forbidden Skittles. That is a good weed strain. I mean, he did all right. Took a fucking canvas dive. Dove right into that fucking canvas. All right, let's talk about it. Right off the bat, dude. Right off the bat, I took a fucking hit. Claudio Ribeiro puts a whooping on Joseph Holmes, folds him up with a knee, and then follow-up ground and pound. I should have cashed this one out. Let's just be real. I don't think Joseph Holmes, if Joseph Holmes had had a good weight cut, who knows what would have happened. It's not like he looked like atrocious the whole time. It just looked like a dude that had a bad weight cut, and he didn't come into the fight healthy. He's not the best fighter to begin with. So it's like, in theory, like before the fight even started, before the weight cut even presented itself, I don't think Holmes is like the worst thought of an underdog, the worst like stab at an underdog, but like I should have cashed out. I should have cashed out with like, it was kind of a not, I don't know. He was the rightful underdog and it showed, man. Guy's ass whoop. I let my annoyance with Ribeiro's previous team, like his dad and mom or whatever, I let all that shit and the fact that he just got knocked out by Alisson, I let that kind of get to me. And so that was just a bad read. And I should have cashed out on that one. But shout out to Claudio Ribeiro. I mean, he's an okay striker. Like I said, Holmes isn't, very good. Like I've seen worse fighters, but for a UFC level fighter trying to move up, I don't know. I don't really see it, but I just don't know how much. I don't really know how I'm going to assess Ribeiro moving forward. I think it's going to be matchup dependent. I think if it was someone that's another kind of well-rounded fighter, like a better version of Joseph Holmes. I think a better version of Joseph Holmes would give Ribeiro trouble, is what I'm trying to say. And I do want to see what he looks like against like a little bit better a fighter that's more well-rounded. I want to see his ground game tested a little bit more. Like I think if Holmes was like a little bit healthier and was a little bit better on the ground, he could have given Ribeiro some trouble. But shout out to Claudio, he's knocking this guy out and burning that ticket. Yeah, I mean it wasn't really surprising either. Bro, you taking a jab at me? You want to fucking go, Zach? We got beef, bro? Do we have beef already, dude? No, it was. It was very foolish. Especially after the weight cut. And I always say, oh, don't like make your fucking piss the best off the way, bro. But yeah, like, come on, man. It's like Holmes was like not like I said, not a great bet anyway, but especially after the weight miss, is like that was dumb not to cash out. So yeah. Indeed. Yeah, I think so. I think he'll probably be out of the UFC sooner than later. But he's not a fighter that's like, I feel like he could have a modicum of success on like a lower regional scene. Just not UFC level, and like definitely got to get that weight shit under control. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, exactly. Dry heaves, his feet were cramping. It's like, that was just being stubborn. Just dumb. And that's what you get. You do dumb shit, then dumb's what you get. And there you are. But dude, the next one, we'll move on from that dumbass shit. Ikram Aliskerov, he melting Phil Haas, brother. I had Ikram. Like I picked Ikram, but I thought that Phil Haas might have been live. All right, shout out to my dude Aaron the Dog. He said this on the show Wednesday. And this is like I've said this before too. The term glass cannon. Phil Haas is a glass cannon. He hits hard. He cracked Ikram a few times. But man, you put a solid one on his chin, he's going down. It didn't even look like the hardest right hand. Like the commentary was trying to be, oh, that's a perfect right hand. It's like, that's a pedestrian right hand, dude. Phil Haas just does not have a very good chin. I'm not saying like Ikram is pillow fist or anything, or that was a weak punch. It was a good punch, but it's just like, that's your standard fucking right hand. It's like Phil Haas he doesn't have a very good chin, man. I don't know if he needs to move up or what. It's just, I don't know. Because he got melted, dude. That's why I described it that way. I was like, because I do that. I'm like, okay, when I put out the little banners, I'm like, okay, what's the best descriptive adjective that I can use? Like, or adverb. I don't know. Is it adverb? No, adjective. Yeah, descriptive adjective I can use. Adjectives for nouns. Yeah. The best one because he just like, it's like you just dropped, Phil Haas was a stick of butter and you just like dropped him in like a searing hot fucking pan. Just melted, dude. Just a 1-2. Honestly, man, if it wasn't for the nature of a couple of the other knockouts, just the knockout itself, this was knockout of the night. This was the most devastating one where it was just like, he was unconscious. A couple of the other, like the y'all know what I'm talking about. The knockouts that are coming later, yes, they were awesome because of who was getting knocked out. This one, just the effect of the fucking KO itself, this was the one. Because he was slumped, dude. He knocked him out worse than Chris Kurt. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Buckley. who was it? No, Roman slumped him. There was someone else that didn't knock him out quite as bad as this. Who am I thinking of? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, he got chinned badly. So this was probably that's KO of the night for me as far as like just the devastation. But we'll move on. What up, Noah? I know, man. If he only had a chin, because he's not a bad fighter. He's a good wrestler. He's a heavy-handed striker. Just can't take a punch on the button, man. Like I said, it's not like Ikram is some bitch. Like he hits hard for sure. Big solid middleweight, cracked him, but it's like at the UFC level, at the like in the fringe top 15, I don't see it. It's not like he can't win fights. He has won fights. I see him being like an action fighter. Give him some fun fights for guys trying to get towards guys coming into the UFC like this. He cracked Ikram a few times. It's not like if someone can't find the chin that Haas can't knock him out. But oh boy, if they do. Because that's what, number 3 or 4 now. It's like, yeah, that's Haas's weakness, man. Because he can do just about everything else. Indeed. Quite right. All right, well, let's eat some more crow. Let's eat some more fucking crow, dude. Now, I'll say this, man. I don't even hate myself for this one. Because Braxton did what I thought he was going to do, which is why I bet on him. He came out there and he tried to knock Porter out. He couldn't. He gassed, and he got finished. I was well fucking aware of that possibility. So it's not like I'm like, no. I mean, I got the Conan up there just for yucks, but man, I don't hate myself for this one. It was round 1 KO or bust. He didn't even get out of the first round. It's just like, yeah. Oh well. I'm not even that mad at that one. Shout out to Porter, man. That was the reason that I faded him, is because he came back too soon, in my opinion, but it didn't really matter. Braxton wasn't on the level of someone that could beat him. I should have known that probably, but I said I had it was decent value on the round 1 KO. It didn't happen. He cracked him a couple good times, but Porter was able to eat it, so credit to him and crow for me. Yeah, and I mean, yeah. What are you going to do? That's that big boy. Big muscular dude. Adrenaline dump. Yeah. Should have known. What's up, Jimmy? No, I didn't. I just literally just showed you what I bet. Smart mouth. What are you smoking on, Lobby? Yeah, I don't hate myself for that one. It's just like, whatever. He's either going to knock Porter out. I mean, at least he tried. At least he tried to hit him. Like, he didn't like, oh, let me try and get the reads on Parker Porter. And like, nah, he just went out there, gassed himself out, and got finished. Like, whatever. At least he went for it a little bit. Porter's size was a difference. I mean, credit to Parker Porter, because he, looked like he got in shape for this one. Lost like pretty much like 15 pounds. Passed after the face-off. Well, good for you, Zach. I'm so fucking happy for you, Bo Dick. Nah, that's That was a smart move. Oh, there were more Wolf tickets that were sold at my fucking dumbass spot. Tell you that. But yeah, it was Wolf tickets. Made Porter look like Prime Ali with it. Yeah, no. Parker doesn't have like terrible hands. Like he's not a terrible boxer. It's just he doesn't have a very good chin. And I thought that's why I was on Braxton because like okay maybe he cracks Porter and fucking knocks him out because he did come back really fucking soon. If that was someone that was like better, nah, dude, I would fade Porter again. And that's the thing is like I still want to fade Parker because like who are they going to give him now? They're like he's going to beat. He's going to be right back. It's not like it can't happen, but it's like he'll be right back in the same place he was before. Like guys that are a little bit better than Braxton Smith, it's like 50-50 chance he'll beat him. You know what I mean? Like where are we at with Porter now? You know? I don't know if that like rockets him up the fucking queue in my mind. I just still it's not like I'm down on him or anything. It's just like I'm still just gonna be like, okay, do I think this guy's better than Porter or not? Because like there's still a pretty good chance that he is. But I will be interested to see who they give him. But it would probably, like I said, I don't know. He's kind of just spinning his wheels with a win like that. Well, I appreciate that. Well, that was smart. That was smart, dude. Anyone that was on Porter, good look, man. And it was Crow for me, for sure. And it was definitely a smart move pass on that one. Now this one, dude. Like I picked Marina, but man, I like this. I was very well aware that Verna was live. This is a greasy, greasy fucking WMMA fight. And no, thank you. Shout out to the Verna backers. She clearly won. Got out grappled. This is another one though where it's like, yeah, we've seen Marina out grappled. I'll probably look to fade Verna again in the next one. She still has the same like on the feet, like Marina was tuning her up a little bit. She just couldn't keep it there. She couldn't stop the takedowns, and like I was well aware that was a possibility too. So shout out to the Vina backers. That didn't really affect me too much. I did end up putting a little bit of action untracked on the Zhang Li parlay. So Marina was in there, but I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember exactly who all was in there, but I'm pretty sure it would have busted anyway. But if not, Marina busted it, unfortunately. But yeah, on the feet she's clearly better. But so that's why it's like, if Verna gets someone better than Marina, especially if they're better on the feet, like they're better grappler, I'll probably fade her again. But I know Jack was in here. Where you at, Jacket boy? Parker versus the winner of Arlovsky and Mays. I don't hate that. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah! That's unacceptable. I'll never forgive you. I'm just kidding. What's up, dude? Shout out to the homie Alex Ramirez. Shout out to the whole Texas. Texas in here strong. West Coast in here strong. Tennessee up in here. Knight gets one pass for fighting like less than a zombie. Yeah. Smith versus Knight. Sign me up. I'm so glad I threw out logic and just took all WM. Man, I'll tell you what. I've heard people say that's a cliche. Just bet the dog on WMMA, but it is a cliche for a reason. That is one of those. This is a cliche for a reason. Either pass or bet the dog. You'll have success. With WMMA, dude, it doesn't matter what level it is. And this weekend was another reminder. And god damn it, if I don't stick to it this time, I'm gonna fucking be really upset with myself. I've said, oh God, please help me stick to this. I will not bet WMMA ever fucking again. Ever. Congrats to the people that have figured it out. Y'all are better men than me. But from now on, I'm just not going to do it. I might not win, but I know that I won't lose if I just pass forever on fucking women's mixed martial arts. It's too volatile. The winner is never a fucking sure thing. It doesn't matter what level it's on. It's still evolving. It's only 10 years deep. Like, they're just not so, none of them are so good that they can't be beaten by the other one. There's none of them that are just like vastly superior than even the ones that I thought were, they still lose. They're just not, they don't stay as dominant. It's just, I'm just staying the fuck away from it forever. I've gone back on that so many times, dude, but I really just trying to fucking stick to it this time, dude. You should have made a few you should make a few DFS plays every week. No, thank you. Zach, I don't know why you're trying to turn me into more of a DJ than I'm already becoming. Like, I already swore that I was never going to bet, like, that if y'all ever see me betting on baseball, to just, like, have an intervention or tell me to call 1-800-GAMBLER, and it's just like, it's already, like, the floodgates have already opened. I've been doing pretty good with baseball, though, man. On track. Yeah, man. I've been betting on the Orioles here and there. Great success. But nah, man, I can't. It's very tempting, but nah. Ever fucking again. What up, frog, man? Chilling. Oh, I'm here to eat it too, bro. I am not more than me. Nice. Dude, computers are way smarter than me. UFC, maybe $1 play. Yep. Trying to drag me into fucking DFS, dude. Saying what up. All right, so I guess we'll press on. Now, even though I got this one right, I'm still going to eat a little crow here, dude. Shout out to, well, first of all, shout out to Chaos Williams. I do think he won ever so slightly. But I'm not, if you thought that Bedoya squeaked that out, I'm not mad at you. Now, let me say this. First and foremost, yeah, shout out to Chaos. I thought he squeaked it out. But shout out to Rolando Bedoya, man. He overperformed what I thought he would. He looked so much better than I thought he would. And he put up a hell of a fight against a good, solid fighter. In his debut, he did not look phased at all. Chaos, the firepower ended up being a little bit too much. But Bedoya still looked good, man. And he landed his own work. He rocked Chaos a couple times. But I thought Chaos landed a few more of the really damaging blows. But it was close. Now, the commentary was terrible. Joe Rogan, I've been on record saying this for a while now. I feel like Joe Rogan's place is in that fucking studio doing the podcast. I don't feel like he has a place anymore in the commentary booth. He has become obsolete. They don't fucking need him. Because this is what's happened. Now I'm gonna reload. I'm gonna reload this and I'm gonna tell you what I think about Saint Rogies. I'm going to tell you what I think about old Rogies. Ooh, it's the sound of a chill and clearing, dude. Joe Rogan. Joseph fucking Togan. Toe Rogan. Toe Jogan. Hobogan. All right. Joe Rogan. We all know Joe Rogan. Everyone knows who the fuck he is. We all know what he does. We know what his bag is, baby. A man of many things. He does this. He's a comedian, martial artist. He commentates for the UFC. He has a podcast. Blah 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 blah. I've said this. You can even blah 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 what I've said about Rogan because I've said it so many fucking times. I went through the cycle with Rogan just like everyone else did. Every other pretty like average bro, American bro, you get into Rogan at some point. I was probably like the most into Rogan around 2013, 2014. Getting into his podcast, the Joe Rogan Experience, whatever. And I don't watch full episodes anymore. I'll watch like clips here and there if it's something that I'm interested in. But for me, it's like once you've seen as many as I have or as a lot of people have, it's like you pretty much fucking seen them all. Every now and then the guest will be like, okay, I really want to see what they have to say. But as far as Joe, it is the same fucking shit. He is going to he is going to find his way to bring up the same shit with all these fucking people that he talks to. I'm not saying that he's never generated interesting conversations before. I understand his place in the metaverse. But I think that's his fucking place. I think he's a fucking hack comedian. And he does align himself with very funny comedians, but he has also been responsible for promoting a lot of hack comedians that have rode his coattails and have careers just because of their association with him. Bert Kreischer and other people and others. But like, I think as far in the comedian world, he serves only as a fucking booster or like sort of like a career benefactor. As far as him himself, no, he sucks as a comedian. I've never found him very funny. Very cringy, in fact. But there's that. But what my point is really, I say all that just to say this. He used to be a good commentator. He was a good commentator when it was him and Goldie. I don't give a fuck what anybody says about. I know everyone loves to just drop to their knees and suck Anik to completion. But as far as Rogan goes and who he was the best with, I think it was Joe Rogan and Mike Goldberg. Because that's when Rogan was the play-by-play and the expert. And Goldberg was the color commentator and the dude doing all the fucking exciting and excitement shit and exclaiming and it is all over just like that was Goldberg and Rogan was the fucking expert. Now they don't need him for that shit. If you got DC in there or you got Bisbee, you got someone else, like regardless of what you think about them, especially if it's DC, it's like Rogan now like DC is filling that role. And they don't need him for the color because you got Anik. So now what has happened is Rogan is just sitting there And it's like he's been like excused of all the duties, but just sitting there and doing stream of consciousness, like whichever fighter he's most excited about or whichever fighter he likes the most, he'll just gush about them the entire fucking fight. And it'll differ from fight to fight. Sometimes it'll be this guy, sometimes it'll be that guy, but he will get locked on one fighter that he likes what they do, and he will just talk about them the entire fucking fight. To the point where it's like Anik has to like interject and say what the other guy did at some point. He was doing that a lot in this fight. That's why I'm bringing it up now. I know I go on like tangents, but like, dude, Rogan is a shit commentator anymore. He fucking sucks. He's obsolete, man. He's become outdated. He doesn't give a fuck anymore. So he goes in there. Like I said, Anik is color. DC is the fucking play-by-play expert. What is Rogan? Oh, I really love how he checked that kick. I love how he threw that low kick. I love how he's feinting and just like, shut the fuck. What is Rogan there for anymore? You don't need Joe anymore. You just don't. And he was terrible in this fight, dude. He would not shut the fuck up about Rolando Bedoya. And it made me hate it because it's like, yeah, he is doing good. But it's like he wouldn't even acknowledge when Chaos would crack him. And he did it a lot. It's like, this is a close fight. But like, it just gets to the point where it's like he's not even trying to call it down the middle because he doesn't have to. He has DC now. DC's there for that. Anika's there for the color exclamation bullshit. Now Rogan is he just sneaks there in the middle and he's like, oh, let me give you like my opinions on this one fighter that I like more than the other. He just thinks he's on he just gets into this zone where he's just like on his podcast and just talking. He doesn't have to like try and call it down the middle. Stop it, Zach. You stop. Don't you try and get me into DraftKings. In there with fucking in Moy's Cheese Land. Moy's Cheese / Touchland. Yes, thank you, General. If y'all will be so kind, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Leave a comment at the end. Yeah, I think it's fair to say. I think so, man. Someone better than Bedoya. Yeah, I still kind of feel the same way I did about Chaos before. I just figured with a dude like this, a dude that I've seen get cracked by like some 40-year-old nobody, it's like, oh yeah, Chaos is gonna fucking starch him early. Nah, man, that was a little it was Bedoya looking good, but also a little like Chaos probably just isn't that like the Razak KO. Like we know Morono's chinny. The Razak KO is starting. I know he doesn't have the best chin, but that's starting to look a little fluky to me. I'm not saying he doesn't have power, but it's like probably should have flattened Bedoya, but he did fight well. Yeah, I don't hate that, Jimmy. I'm not mad at that. It was close. I think I actually gave Chaos 1 and 2. Honestly. Chaos, good chin, good power, and good cardio. But no, yeah, man, it's really like if he tightened up that boxing, he throws these crazy like Juliana Pena combos moving forward where it's like you're throwing a rear hand each time, like you're lunging forward with your rear right, then you step forward in southpaw and you lunge forward with your fucking rear left hand, and then you step forward into orthodox and you lunge forward with you just do that like you're just switching fucking rear hands as you switch stances, like blitzing forward. Did drills like that in karate with kicks and punches. So it's like I see like where people do that, but it's like he lunges forward with his chin up and out. It's like someone is gonna fucking clip him, but he does have a good chin. He fights like Ngannou, but 100 pounds lighter. Yeah, exactly. I think Ngannou is still a little bit better boxer, but yeah, definitely a good comparison. General chilling. It was, man. He was good. Prefer no volume and Goombaya backstage. God. Stir in the fucking pot. I had a time lobby, I just wouldn't stop, man. And it's less effort to look at the comment and get upset by it or to let it like irritate me. It's just easier just to put him in timeout. Just to put the dunce hat on him, put him in timeout. If he gets pissed and don't want to come back, that's fine. And if he does and just wants to stop doing that and just, interact normally, then he can do that too. I know he just gets there and he sits there. He's like, okay, DC's got that. Annex got that. I'm just going to sit here and give everyone my fucking thoughts that I've just been stewing in my head. I look at this Bedoya, the tape on this Bedoya guy. It's like, yeah, that wouldn't shock me either. Yeah, those aren't terrible. I like them when it was him and Schwab and Bravo and Callan. I like that crew. I can't exactly see what that emoji is, but shout out to the motherfucking general. But yeah, Chaos round 1. Yeah, that won't happen. Now, this was probably my best read on the card. This was one of my more confident picks. The parlay that I put Kennedy in busted, but this leg was well secured. And I thank Kennedy for that. He did get cracked. Now, he did get clipped, but Kennedy, I don't know, man. I think some people question Kennedy's heart because of the Da and Jung thing. I don't think it's his heart, man. I just, maybe a little bit of a durability thing, but I don't question Kennedy's heart, man, because he gets hurt and he comes back. He did it in the Olberg fight. He did it. I'm trying to remember if I won. I can't remember if Hulk hurt him, but he had to do it in this fight too. Devin Clark hurt him bad with the right hand. The overhand right and the right hand made its presence felt like a motherfucker. It seems like cards are like that recently. Like there'll be a lot of left hook knockouts. One card. This card, people get knocked out by right hands, hurt by right hands. But yeah, he wobbled Kennedy pretty bad. But Kennedy has heart, man. He definitely has the heart of a fighter. His chin, he doesn't have an iron chin. I'm not saying that. But people were fading Kennedy because of that Da and Jung fight. And I think that's a little bit of like judging a guy for like his worst moment. There's a little bit of that baked in. It's not like I don't understand it, but it's like I think to not see that Kennedy has gotten better from that is kind of like you're kind of just like relying too much on that one thing that happened. And I do that a lot. I do that shit a lot, man. But yeah, I think Kennedy is a good fighter. I think that he will be competitive. And like he's got a lot of advantages. Physical advantages. Dude, his knees, how about those fucking knees to the body, man? Oh my God, dude. If you cannot take a body blow, if you can't take getting kneed in the solar plexus or getting kneed in your fucking guts or in your liver, Kennedy is going to fucking break you, dude. His elbows were nasty too, man. He was fucking Devin Clark up. And he ended up submitting him, but man, those elbows, Kennedy, like, talk about fucking Moyes with the duality. He almost like absorbed the technique from Da and Jung. He like absorbed the energy and it just like now he can use it. Now he's made it his own. It's like, holy shit. Because he was hitting him with those side elbows and holy fuck, dude. And Clark was who I thought he was, basically. Still feel the same way about Devin Clark. Kind of a jobber. Pretty chinny. I heard so many people say that Devin Clark is tough this week. It's like, dude, they're all tough. All the fighters are tough. But it's relatively speaking, the level that these guys are fighting at in this division, no, he's not tough. In relative terms, in top 15 terms, Devin Clark is a chinny jobber. In all of mixed martial arts, no, he's not a bad fighter. But like, we're talking about I know it sounds like I'm just being an elitist prick, and I kind of am when it comes to UFC talk, but like, dude, at this level, Devin Clark is chinny. He's not tough. They all are. I'm just talking about at this level. No, he's not. He cannot take big punches. I fucking told everybody that this week. I don't see why. I'm sorry. Betting on Devin Clark was foolish. And you can say, oh, well, he hurt Kennedy. Like, yeah. Kennedy's been hurt and comes back a lot. People like probably picked him against. I know people pick him against. People pick Iwan against him. Did y'all not see what Kudalaba did to Devin Clark? I know he beat him by decision, but that fight should have been fucking stopped, dude. Devin Clark does not have a good chin. He's not like, when the going gets tough, Devin Clark does not get going. What he's done is he has been able to like out grapple some frauds and dudes that weren't quite developed yet. But dude, against a good fighter, nah, they're going to beat Devin Clark every time. People were way too high on Devin Clark this week. People were trying to get cute with him like as a dog. It's like, nah, Kennedy's going to crush this motherfucker. And what did I fucking say? He crushed him. I got to eat a lot of crow this week, but this is one where I'm going to brag a little bit because I told y'all motherfuckers about Kennedy. I wasn't the only one on him. I was not. Shout out to Aaron the dog. Kennedy was in the John Lee parlay, but I fucking told y'all. Devin Clark, dude, get the fuck out of here. Y'all should have known Devin was going to get his fucking ass. Get up, Devin! Yeah, fucking right, dude. That's why he has to scream that all the time because he always gets fucking folded. Yeah, no. Dude, that was a good night for me too, man. That was a good fucking night. I had a winning night that night, and Kennedy brought it home, man. I had Kennedy by TKO or KO. I had Kennedy in like a couple parlays. I had Kennedy by KO in a parlay, so that was a nice one, dude. When he knocked out Kujalaba, I was fucking going nuts. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, he doesn't have he's not Iron Chin. He's probably going to get knocked out by like top 5, top 10, but like, dude, against a fucking fringe top 15 dude or like anyone from 10 to 15, he's probably going to fuck him up. He's getting better. Like, he has heart. I mean, dude, look at the win against Oberg is aging like a fine fucking like cab franc, dude. It is fucking chef's kiss. Moi. Because I know you motherfuckers going to be on Oberg this week. I might be too. But, man, how nice is that one aging? Because he slumped that motherfucker. Yeah, he's a meathead. Clark's a meathead wrestler, dude, that did some boxing. So he's got boxing. Like, he's got hands. He's a big dude. He's powerful, but he's like, the IQ isn't there. The chin isn't there. The heart isn't there. Just like his facial structure isn't there. Like, when the going gets tough, he usually packs up. He usually folds up shop. Yeah, it's like you want to back him. You like, he seems like he's a good dude. You know, he's a rugged like dude from Montana. Like, it's wholesome and shit with his dad, but it's also kind of annoying. And it's just like, I don't know. I have never been high on Devin. I usually fade Devin Clark every chance I get. And I've paid for that in the past. I've paid for fading Devin Clark, but like, I've also very easily just nailed the spots to fade him. I mean, it's like Devin does that in a lot. Like, he hurt Rakic and then he just fucking got knocked out. I backed Kennedy a lot in the past and been putting my money in pocket. Yeah, same here. I had a real good night. I was like, dude, that was an easy play, like an easy bet, read, whatever you want to call it. Him and Kutalaba, I was like, dude, he is going to knock this motherfucker out. Boom. Boom, dude. So, yeah. I will let that feeling, being right about Kennedy, I will let that marinate because I'm going to need to. I'm going to need it to take some of the sting off that. Off the sting off what happened and what I'm about to talk about. This one, I was just straight up fucking wrong. I tell you what, man, a couple of the fights that I was the most confident in, I could not have been more wrong about. This was one of them too, where it's like my read was just so fucking off. This fight, I figure, okay. And I'll say this. The people that said Frevola was going to wrestle, y'all are crazy, man. Y'all knew what he was going to do. I knew what he was going to do too. I knew he was going to stand there and trade with Dober. I did not expect him to be the one that cracked Dober's chin. We all knew it was coming at some point, but I was bound and determined that it was not going to be Matt Frevola. And I was just fucking wrong. Just got to eat crow here, dude. Excuse me. Matt Frevola stood in the fire with Drew Dober and knocked him out. Just saying that sounds crazy. I know some of y'all were all over this. So whoever was on Frevola, here's your flowers. Take a fucking victory lap. If you haven't already, I'm sure you have. The people that are on Frevola, I'm sure y'all just fucking cleaned up. Man. Good shit, man. I did not see that. I did not see that one coming. That was an iron chin, man. That was a notorious iron chin. What could happen with McKinney? What could happen with Bobby Green? It was just like, well, it's surely not going to be Matt Frevola, but the shit has just been adding up and adding up and adding up. And you can make an argument the McKinney fight should have been stopped. But, and no, this, so I was going to say, like, you could make the argument that it was an early stoppage, but to me, it wasn't. To me, this was a good stoppage, man. I went back and rewatched it. Drew was hurt really bad, and Matt was just going to knock him unconscious. Like, Frevola was not going to stop. Dober was not defending. He was fucked up. Like, he tried to get up to his feet and be like, no, I'm good. He was still really wobbly. Frevola knocked him out. This was a recurring theme. Fighters not respecting their opponents' return fire, counting on their chin. Dude, you go back and watch that knockout. And I forgot. Shout out to the 10 people in the building. I got an avatar for this one, boys. And I encourage y'all, go back and rewatch that. Dober throws this like shovel hook uppercut to try and hit Frevola, but it hits his chest. And then he just stands there. So they're trading, right? They're trading. Frevola throws a left hook and then a right hook. He throws the left hook as Dober like connects with the he hit him like in the upper chest. But then he just stood there and looked at his own work, or just stood there and looked at Frevola, and Frevola just uncorks this fucking rear left hook on his chin. Dude, I don't know how many times I have to say this, because this is why the chin got cracked. A rear hook is probably one of, if not the most powerful punch you can get hit with. Because a hook is one of the most powerful punches, period. But a rear hook with that extra torque on it and hip rotation, it's really, really hard to take a clean left hook from someone that hits hard. Clean not clean left hook. It's hard to take a clean rear hook from someone that hits really hard because it's just your rear hand's more powerful anyway. A hook is a one punch fight ending punch as it is. The rear hook is deadly. It's a rear right hook. Fucking drop Dober. And he viciously, dude, Frivola, he looked like a fucking apex predator. That Sabla, he was just like, the look on his face was just like, I'm gonna kill him. And like, dude, that was a good stoppage. I don't want to hear anybody say that was an early stoppage. Drew was fucked up. And Frivola was probably going to knock him unconscious. It reminded me a little bit of the Erosa, where it's like, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. You're fine because Herb Dean just saved your life, bro. Tognon saved Erosa's life. Herb Dean saved Drew's life. Go back and look at the expression on Matt Frivola's face when he drops Dober. You can't let that man just fucking tee off on a guy that's hurt that badly. No way, dude. Good reffing, good stoppage. Herb's been slipping a little bit recently, but that was a perfectly fine stoppage in my opinion. My 2 cents on that one. And fucking crow for me, man. This parlay would have gotten busted anyway, but better it happens right there. That was crazy though, man. What a cool moment for Matt Frivola. I gotta say that. Like, yeah, I busted my parlay. Whatever, the shit would have ended up busting anyway. But dude, for the hometown guy to get a knockout like that, crowd goes crazy. He jumps up on the cage. The emotions come out. Like, he got a big fucking pop from the crowd, a big steamroller. Like, so that was cool for him, man. I was on the other side, but as a fan, I couldn't help but like feel you can't help but be happy for the guy. So yeah, shout out to Frivola. Shout out to all the Frivola backers. I was wrong. Y'all were right. Crow for me. There's plenty more to come. Oh, nice. Yeah, man. Here's your flowers, Moys. Weed roller steroids change lives. Yeah, I do think that Sarah Longo is on EPO. I think Sarah Longo got on that EPO during COVID. McKinney laid the yeah. Yep. He wasn't, man. I disagree. I think it was Drew was doing all that because he gotten saved. Oh yeah. He was gone for sure. Yeah. Yeah, he was done, man. Yeah, for sure, man. The action fighters are starting to oh yeah, I remember now that you were pretty adamant about that. But yeah, Dober was done. Yeah, so steamroller. He steamrolled that motherfucker. And I was like, man, this ain't Gennaro, bro. This ain't fucking Ottman, bro. Didn't matter. He still got steamrolled. I'm still probably going to fade for Vol this next one, though, because imagine who they're going to give him after beating Dober. It's like, yeah, probably going to get knocked out, but. Yeah, it was crazy. That's just one of those things. People are going to forget about Frivola's chin, and now they're going to like be overconfident in him now. That chin's been cracked a few times. McKinney slumped him. Polo Reyes slumped him. It's like it's coming again. It's just the Dober chin was on borrowed time. The Dober chin, the universe, the MMA gods came to collect on that one. I did the same thing, Zach. I did the same fucking thing. Now, I wish that I had, like I said, I did throw a couple farthings on the Zhang Li parlay, the little untracked action, but this was on there. This leg hit. And I wish that I had made another parlay with Charles Jourdain because, yeah, in hindsight, should have seen this one coming. Now, I did pick Jourdain. And what happened, this is what I had said. I was like, okay, if it's on the feet, he's going to all day. Jourdain all day. And that's what it was. Chrome Gracie, he's a fucking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu nerd. That's all he is. And I knew he was going to think he was a fucking tough guy. But dude, how fucking foolish did that motherfucker look? How stupid did Crone look? How crazy did he look? He looked worse than Ryan Hall. Butt scooting across the fucking octagon. Throwing a fucking Sub-Zero low kick. Fucking Mortal Kombat low kick. Like, come on, man. Trying to be Tony Ferguson against Justin Gaethje. Like, Chrome Gracie is just ridiculous. You didn't fight for 4 years. You clearly weren't working on anything, and I knew that. I thought about maybe betting Chrome by sub, but I was impressed with Jourdain on the ground and him staying safe. He does have a black belt, and Crone is just so shitty at wrestling and such a jiu-jitsu dork that he like couldn't help but pull guard and just try and throw something up, and Jourdain basically just like sat with his head on Jourdain's chest, his head on Crone's chest, or just fucking was like mashing his forehead into Crone's face. But he was mostly just sitting there with like his head in Crone's chest, just staying safe, landing some ground and pound here and there, and then just like getting up, forcing Crone back to his feet where he just beat his ass. Yeah, Crone is not a fighter. He's a jiu-jitsu practitioner. That's why I picked Jourdain. He didn't really even get super close with the sub attempts. Another guy I'm going to talk about did, but for this like vaunted jiu-jitsu ace, he didn't really look like it, man. Jourdain's someone that's gotten sub before. Juicy J subbed him, bro. Now I know Erosa presents different threats on the feet, which makes it a different fight. But dude, Crone looked like shit. And that's one of those where it's like, yeah, everyone should have faded Crone when they heard the shit that he was saying. Like, yeah, I just feel like a killer, bro. Been shooting guns in my backyard. All the weird shit, just like, yeah, just had to get away and like just move my school and just been doing that. It's like, all right, okay. You moved out to Montana. You built a bunker. You did some doomer shit. Went crazy with flat Earth. Just rolled. All you did was roll in a gi, I'm sure. And then now you're like, oh, I just want to fight. I ain't gonna take a fight now. 34, just fight. Yeah. And just get whooped. Okay, cool. Cool, Crone. Fucking retard. Oh, Drew? Yeah. Yeah, he's stupid and corny, and it's just like, just knowing that he wasn't training. All he was doing was jujitsu. He moved his school out to Montana and he just did jujitsu and shot guns in his backyard. That's what he was doing. He admitted it. I'll leave you out at all costs. Am I saying Wiley? I might be saying Wiley here in a minute. Crone Rob. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the only thing. Just other nerds like that. That'd be the only fucking. Yeah, if Chase loses, he's gonna be fighting way down, going after Crone. Yeah, exactly. No, I didn't. I don't watch that much. Crone is Nate Diaz on lean instead of weed. I know, dude. Promethazine Crone. No shit, man. It's like you're not a tough guy, dude. Some strong, silent, like he's some strong fucking silent KO artist. It's like, dude, you're a fucking nerd. And you think you're tough now because you hang out with Nate Diaz. I'm sorry, dude. I know the Gracie family is like legendary. I know how influential they are. I know they were a big part of the UFC getting started. Hoist was the first champion. But as far as mixed martial artists, I know how much of an influence Renzo Gracie has and his students. I'm well aware of that. It's not lost on me. I know Aljo and a lot of other fighters come from that. Matt Serra, and that the lineage goes down. I understand that. I get all that. But I'm just talking about them as fighters. They all pretty much are just overrated as they ranges from overrated to fucking terrible. They were never really that good fighters. Hoist has the best record because the majority of the dudes that he beat in the early UFCs, that was before everyone trained jiu-jitsu, where he was like the guy, the jiu-jitsu guy. I know how influential that is. But man, that family, as far as fighting and like we're badasses, and it's like, no, y'all get whooped pretty good standing a lot of times. Like Renzo probably had the best striking, but it's like even he did not have like a super great run. It's like they're all just kind of overrated, man. As far as like fighters, yeah, Gracie's are overrated. Now, influence and the impact on the jiu-jitsu part of it, of course. I'm just talking about the dudes that actually fought themselves. That's what I'm saying. I want to make that distinction. That's what I'm saying. Like they only had success before the game caught up. So it's like none of them have been really very good. Like look at most of the guys that Hoist beat. It's like, dude. I like Renzo the best out of all of them. Some of them are cool. Some of them are fucking pricks though, man. And some of them are like really fucked up, dude. The Gracies kind of have like a dark history a little bit. It's not all like fucking, oh, this is wonderful jujitsu, gentle arts. Like, nah, man, they did some fucked up shit. And some of them are just straight fucking scumbags. And some of them are cool, like Renzo's pretty chill. But some of them, man, I don't know. It's a weird ass family, dude. There's some fucking creeps in there too, man. But I guess that's kind of every family. No, I don't know, man. That's what Elio wanted. I don't know. But yeah. Congratulations for Charles Jourdain. He's beating this guy, whooping his ass. Now, I gotta say, as a big Mavsar Evloev backer, that fight fucking sketched me out. It sketched me the fuck out, dude. I shout out to Diego Lopez. I thought another guy that overperformed, but man, it's not like it's Bedoya where it's like a younger guy and he's getting better, and it's like I gotta let me pull up Lopez. I'm pretty sure Lopez is like 30 something. Diego Lopez. Yeah, okay, so he's 28. So he's in his prime right now. But this is not like Bedoya where it's like, yeah, he's looking good, but he hasn't really been tested. It's like Lopez has been tested and lost before to like some eye fighters, but to come in on 5 days notice and to like almost to like hurt Evloev and almost sub him, it's just like that was not a very good look, man. I'm sorry. It's just I can admit that as a Mavsar stan. Like that one sketched me out, dude. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like it's a guy coming in on short notice. He's gonna go for it. But usually when that happens, the dude gasses out and gets finished. But like the fact that Lopez is still there and he fucking had that really deep arm bar and just that in the knee bar too at the very end, like Lopez gave a hell of performance. Like he gave a hell of an account of himself, is what I'm trying to say. So shout out to him. I mean, I did think Mavsar won. It got fight of the night. To me, it wasn't fight of the night. Honestly, like I thought that Williams and Bedoya was fight of the night to me. But I don't, it's not like I hate anyone saying this, but I don't know. I thought when Mavsar was winning, it was kind of, just kind of grappling. But Lopez did make it kind of exciting. But to me, it was just like, I mean, I guess I can see why people thought that. There were some close moments for Lopez. But other than that, like it was pretty ho hum and Mavsar Evloev heavy. Like it wasn't really super hard to score. I didn't think. I thought. I don't know. I've never been like where someone's clearly winning a round and then someone has like a deep sub attempt. I don't know, man. That doesn't usually steal it for me. If you don't get the sub, nah, man. If you haven't like, I don't know. That's never been like the round has to be close for me to give it to you like that. So I thought Mavsar did enough, but it was like that dude's been beaten. That dude's been out grappled before. That dude's been beaten before by like fighters that are not as good as Evloev. So I was like, maybe he kind of fought down to his opponent's level. Maybe the late change kind of threw him off a little bit. But it's like he said he's wanting these big fights. It's like, dude, and I love you, Mavsar, but that is not the kind of performance that's going to get you bigger fights. They're going to give him someone a little bit better than Lopez, but it's like, no, you're going to be given another test before you get like some big. You're going to be given another tough, like, you better win this fight kind of test before you get a big name. In my opinion, like I said, I'm a straight up stan of the dude, and I was just that was probably the least impressed I've ever been by Mavsar. But I still fuck with him. I don't think a bad night at the office means you're like automatically a bad fighter. So now, this is the most painful part. Shout out again to the 10 people in the building. We have hit double digits 3 times now, so shout out to you guys. All right. This one was tough, man. This was a tough pill to swallow. It's not like I haven't swallowed it before, dude. Like, being an Andrade stan, if you're an Andrade stan like I am, we've taken some L's, boys. This was a rough one though, man, because Yan Xiaonan is not someone that's known for her knockout power. I wouldn't say. I think I'd say she's a technical boxer. She has good striking, good foot movement, but she's not someone that's just like, oh man, she's a powerhouse. Now, while Andrade does not have the best chin, she usually beats a fighter of this caliber. Like a good fighter on a streak, not the most powerful, but like good technique and all that. Like, look what she did to Caitlyn. I mean, you can hate on Chikagan all you want, but she's not a terrible fighter. It's like Jessica usually beats fighters like this. But I've said if you are a contender or a former champion on the next one up, you can beat Andrade. So you know what that means. I'm practicing what I preach here. We got a contender here, boys. I know I'm fucking Johnny come lately on that one. I know. Shout out to my dude Aaron the dog. Shout out to my dude Jackie Boy, Jack Attack MMA. Y'all called it, dude. Y'all were right. I was wrong. Crow for me, dude. I like when Aaron told me, because like Jack had said it too, but Jack is like, I mean, it's Jack. When Aaron said it on a show, I was like, are you like, what, dude? Like, Yan better striking than Andrade? She's going to be in the striking. I was like, no fucking way, dude. I was like, I was sitting there like, man, I cannot wait to say I told you so when Jessica knocks her out. And it's just like, nah, Uno reverse card, bitch. Nah, Aaron and Jack called this. I know Bro Picks hit on Yan too and some other people. So all the Yan backers, take a bow. Here's your flowers. Take a lap. I'm still fucking picking this crow out of my teeth, dude. It was a tough one, man. Jessica is the homie, dude. I hate seeing her go down, and I just didn't think it would be to someone like Yan. But look at that shit, dude. That's what happens. She did not, just like kind of like Dober, did not respect what was coming back at her. She has been like this in fights before, but usually, like, she can take the return fire. I just didn't see someone like Yan cleaning her clock like that. Just a really bad read. But man, yeah, shout out to Yan for the good technique, man. Look at that, slipping her head off the center line, coming over the top. Jessica just being reckless, fighting like a fucking dumbass. I mean, she's still the homie, dude, but yeah, I'm not gonna jump ship on my favorite fighter after a TKO loss because this dude, she's been knocked out before, but it's like, fuck, man. But that, hey, I'm not going to suddenly be like, nah, Jessica's washed, dude. I'm not going to shit on that. Like, I can't shit on, like, my favorite fighter because she got beat. Nah, that's a great win for Yan, dude. That's a contender-worthy win. So, yeah, I think it's Yan versus Wiley time, boys. But, yeah, Aaron, Jack, anybody else that was on Yan, Bro Picks? Good fucking call. General taking notes. Yeah, God. Just dogger pass, dude. Well, I will slightly disagree with that. What I think it is, to me, it's that she just thinks everyone is easy work other than the very, very best. Like, I think she overlooked Yan. I certainly did. I think Jessica did too. And I think, because that's what, and this is what I said going into it. It's like, I don't think that she's changing weight classes. She's like, oh, I don't have success here. I don't have success there. It's like, oh, I see a good fight here. And I know that I can kind of go back and forth between the weight classes pretty easily. So I think it's more just like her. She thought Yan was easy work. That's just my opinion. You could be right. It looked like she was going for it, dude. It looked like she was just like trying to just spark her and just thought she didn't have to. I didn't think she had to worry about the return fire, and she didn't fucking think so either. It's like, yeah. Oh, God. All right, Zach feeling like he's getting left out again. Okay. I said anyone else that was on her. I was arguing with Jack about it all week. I literally did the show with Aaron. It's not like I said anyone else that was on Yon that I may have forgotten about. There you go. Good job, Zach. There. Is that fucking good enough for you? God. She's just not like, she just has never been like the most accurate. I will say that's always been kind of a problem with Jessica. She's not incredibly accurate. When she lands, it's crazy powerful. I just think, yeah, Jan just had better technique, better footwork, and she's literally like running into it. God, just relentless lately, dude. I won't be denied. All right, Roman Reigns, acknowledge my good picks. All right, Zach. Sorry. Jesus fucking Christ. So yeah. Yeah, I forgot to put that up, but yeah, she fucking flat my girl, dude. She was out too, man. If Yana kept hitting her, she went out. She was one of those like she went out, she got woken up, and she like was still fucked up. She couldn't even get up by the time the doctors got to her. It's not like one of those where she like hopped up like Dober's. Like, nah, she was somewhere else. Yeah, it wasn't terribly long ago, and she did take punishment in that. Yeah, and I mean that's, most of the time it works out. And like, who knows if she had connected with one of those? Yeah, but she just doesn't. She doesn't respect the return fire. A lot of the time, she doesn't have to, but she paid for it here, man. She paid dearly for it. That was worse than fucking Wiley. That was probably the worst she's ever been knocked out. Honestly, she's been stopped before, but it's been ground and pound before, or like Wiley did beat her pretty bad, but that was kind of just like she was hurt and just got stopped against the fence. Like she got KO'd in this one. So that sucked. Crow for me. Good job, Zach Johnson. Zach, hey everybody. Johnson. We got Johnson here. See, nobody cares. That's fine. Yeah, Zach Johnson and Aaron the dog and Jack Attack and anybody else that was on Yon. Congratulations. Good job. You called it. Lord have mercy. All right. So, all right, man. Yeah. Here we go. I know you've been smoking that fucking Andrade pack, so I'll smoke the peace pipe, bring to resurrect Andrade's soul. I noted I'm fucking hysterical. Yeah, I did not either. Yay. Yeah, dude, weed is tight. Weed is definitely tight. So we continue. It's just been a fucking feast of crow, and we are not even done yet. More crow to fucking choke down. Now, this one, I'm sorry. This was, to me, this was a snoozer of the night, dude. I missed this one. I didn't have these fucking particular banners in order I should have. They should have been under the the fights, but to me that was fight of the night. If you had Mavsar and Lopez, I'm not too mad at you. But to me, this was the snoozer. Because Burns hurt his arm, like Bilal stuffed that takedown, and Burns hurt his arm. Or no, excuse me. Bilal went for the takedown, Burns threw the whizzer, and it fucked up his shoulder. I think that's what happened. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what happened. And that was early. So basically, for the whole fucking fight, which is like, goddamn, why does it have to be a 5-round fight? Just get this over with. Basically, Gilbert Burns was a one-arm fighter. And so it's not like I'm not respecting Bilal for the win, but it's like it was just a compromised fighter. And it's like, yeah, of course, Bilal's going to outpoint him. Stay safe. Burns, basically, all he had was a right hand. He landed a couple times, but it wasn't enough. And yeah, Bilal won. I mean, it was an easy fight to score, but it was also just kind of like lame. It's like you knew Gilbert was hurt pretty early in the fight, and it was just like, oh, God, here. I know exactly what's going to happen now. Bilal is just going to stay safe, fucking pity pat his way to a decision. And that's exactly what fucking happened. So this was the snoozer. This was the one that was like, this was a foregone conclusion very early. As soon as Gilbert said to Henry Hoof that it was like, that his shit was fucked up, it was like, okay, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Let's just settle into this fucking lullaby and just, yeah. So I didn't really remember the name that much because it was just like, oh, God. God, I'll just give you a Carmen. Just, God. God. Christ. It was shit. Of course you think so, Zach. You contrarian bastard. Of course you thought so. What happens when you fight 2 times in less than a month? Yeah. Fair enough. His 3rd and 5. Yeah, fair enough. Yep. No doubt. Y'all right. For sure. Too much wear and tear on the body. Not enough recovery time for this. So, yeah. Anyone that was on Bilal, Zach, if you were on Bilal, couldn't fucking remember if you were or not. If you were, congratulations. And anyone else, Bilal backers, there you go. More crow for me. Y'all were fucking right. Fucking Bilal Muhammad snoozes another. Like, I mean, his last one wasn't a snoozer, man. And I actually picked him in that one. I picked him against Brady. I knew he was going to be Sean Brady. But, yeah, he beat Burns. It's not his fault Burns got hurt. It's not his fault Burns has been fighting way too frequently. So, I'm not going to, like, take it away from him. It was just kind of, it made the fight very boring and predictable to me. Like, as soon as I saw that Gilbert was hurt, it's like, oh, yeah, Bilal decision coming down the pipe. Suck it. It's just like, oh, God. Get. Yeah, good look. Cash it. Burns and Cejudo, I know, man. I was too. I know it, brother. But yeah, by the by, to me, the best, and I should have been more on him, but like, Charles Jourdain looked like the lock. I mean, obviously, like Jan and Frivola did too, but they were underdogs. I'm talking about a favorite that looked like a fucking huge favorite. Kennedy got hurt. So that's why I thought about Kennedy, but it's like, no, he got hurt. The main event was close. Bilal was an underdog, so you can't say that. I'm talking about a favorite that looked the most like a favorite. To me, it was Jourdain. To me, the big parlay buster was Xiaonan. I don't think a ton of people had Dober parlayed. I think a lot of people had Dober by knockout. Some people parlayed Dober, but I think that, like, I think some people realized that, like, Frivola was live. I think Frivola was, like, a pretty popular dog. Like, but to me, I know people were confident in Jessica. That's the other thing, too. The difference in, like, the Frivola fight and this one was, like, the level I think this was a higher level, even for, I don't know, it's WMMA, but still like a little bit higher level than fucking Dober and Frivola. He's a former champion, like, you know, a contender now. So yeah, to me, the parlay buster was Jan. But yeah, to me, the best favorite was Charles Jourdain. Crone looked like shit. You can maybe say Parker Porter too. I wouldn't be too mad at you. Or maybe Claudio Ribeiro. Any of those is fair enough. Now, let's get to the main event. I'm not going to espouse on it too much, man. I don't have too much to say about it. And I'm having a little fun with the banner there. It was a close fight. It was not. I'm not going to say it was the snoozer of the night. What kept me, like, I guess, excited about it, I don't know if excited is the right word. What kept me interested in it was like I had action on Cejudo, and especially after it became clear to me that he probably wasn't going to win by knockout, I was like, I bet him by decision. So that's what kept me interested in it. But like looking back on it, it wasn't the most exciting fight, to be honest with you. There's a lot of grappling, a lot of stalling from Sterling. So to me, it wasn't the most snoozer because like there's a lot on the line because of the stakes and like me having a little wager on it. It kept me interested in it till the end. But like looking back on it in a vacuum, it's kind of a lame fight. But neither one of them really got hurt that bad. So this is what happened. This is how I scored it. Because this whole fight is all about who scored it what way. Did Henry get robbed? I'm going to just say he kind of got screwed. I'm not going to say it was like the flat. I'm not going to say you can't make a case for Aljo winning. But this is what it was. So I'll just spell it out for you. The judging scorecards were fucked. One in particular. So it broke down like this. Every judge gave Aljo the first round. I gave Aljo the first round. Every judge gave Henry the 5th round, but Cleary. And that's what made the fucking difference. Isn't that crazy? Does anyone really think Aljo won the 5th round? I sure as fuck don't. I thought that was the clearest round for Henry. Honestly. So yeah. I can't remember who the other 2 judges were, but both of them had it for Cejudo. I did as well. Thought that was a pretty easy round to score. Every judge scored the 4th round for Sterling. I scored the 4th round for Sterling. All right. Every judge scored the 3rd round for Cejudo. I scored the 3rd round for Cejudo. I might be mistaken about every judge. I'm pretty sure every judge did. I scored the 3rd round for Cejudo. The 2nd round to me seems to be like the one. The one where it's all decided. Just kind of like in the second Jan fight, the 1st round was the deciding factor. To me, the 2nd round was. All the other ones are pretty easy to score. That's what I'm trying to say. I think it was pretty obvious that Aljo won the 4th round and the 1st round. I thought Cejudo won the 2nd round. And this is what is frustrating about Sterling and like going against Sterling in fights where it's going to decision because he's such a little round stealer, dude. I thought Cejudo won the 2nd round because that takedown, to me, it was not enough. There was not a lot of time left. He didn't do a ton with it. It just, if you're going to say that all that grappling control from Henry isn't enough to steal a round, I don't see how you can say that that was. That just wasn't enough. And like, so Henry won the entire rest of that round, and it wasn't even close. That was pretty clearly a Henry round, other than that last little bit. And it just wasn't like teeter-tottering on the edge enough. I thought that was Henry was clearly winning the round up until that point, and that just wasn't enough to swing it back for me. Now, if you want to say that he won, that Aljo won the second, I'm not like that upset about it, but just to me, I thought pretty clearly it was Henry 2, 3, and 5. I thought Aljo definitely won the first and the fourth. And I thought he lost the second. I thought he tried to steal the second with that takedown. It's just, to me, that wasn't enough. I thought Henry did a little bit more damage. I thought the punches that landed on Aljo had more of an impact and had Aljo backing up. Like, Sterling landed a lot of leg kicks. He landed a lot of kicks in general, and like, he'd some ground and pound, but it wasn't like devastating ground and pound. Aljo's a point fighter, dude. A point fighter and a submission artist. But as far as the striking goes, he's not incredibly powerful. And that showed. I'm not saying the fight wasn't close. I'm not saying having it 48-47 Sterling is a crazy scorecard, or to think that Sterling won. I'm not saying that that's crazy. But this is what I think happened. The commentary was atrocious. I'm not saying this decided it either, but just side note, God, the commentary was so fucking biased for Aljo. This is another Rogan moment where Rogan just had his fucking tongue up Sterling's taint the entire fucking time. He didn't say shit about Henry until the last fucking round. It just, I don't know, man. You're in his backyard. The commentary's biased. The stats were absurd. Those fucking live stats were bullshit, motherfucker. God, they were bullshit, man. So it was just too obvious that he was going to get screwed if it went to the cards. They had just this narrative. It's like, okay, if Henry doesn't knock him out, this is what's going to happen. Because I don't see how Cleary could have scored the fifth round for Aljo. So the judges were in on it. The UFC stat makers were in on it. The commentary was in on it. This was always going to be, if it was close and it goes to decision, it's going to Sterling. There's just too much. The rounds, to me, like, they honestly weren't that hard to score. I really didn't see how Aljo won the second round. The fifth round was incredibly easy to score. The first and the fourth rounds were pretty easy to score for Aljo. The third round was pretty easy to score for Cejudo to me. And I thought the second was too. Like, I just thought Cejudo won, but, you know, I'm not going to sit here and like bitch up a storm about it. That's what I thought. It didn't matter. Like, my night was already fucked. This was like my one chance to get a little bit of it back, but it wasn't like that. It was just like, oh God, I was like, I saw it coming. I knew it was going to, as soon as I saw that it was a split, I'm like, Sterling. You can even see the look on his face there. Where it's like, oh, I don't know. Dude, motherfucker, you knew you were going to win. So, yeah. So, Lil Corny gets another one. And I thought Cejudo got jobbed. Yep. That's how I had it. Yeah, Aljo's taking advantage of that. He's exploited that rule where he can just drop to his knees and just stay there. I agree. Yep. Oh, yeah. Big time. Big time. So yeah, that's what I thought. But it was a pretty rough night for me, and it was not. That's it. That wasn't what made my night shitty. The worst part of it, the worst two parts of it, were Dober and Andrade being so wrong about those when I knew I'd run my mouth and been such a fucking cocky little prick about the both of them winning. The fact that both of them just got devastatingly slept, that was the worst part of my night. Like I said, I can live with the Braxton Smith shit. I'm kicking myself a little for Holmes, but wasn't that upset about that. I knew there was a chance he could lose or get knocked out. So whatever, that Smith, whatever. Chaos Williams, I'm a little upset about. I was like, come on, Chaos, dude. You can't fucking start this dude. Like, give me a fucking break, man. So yeah, I think Chaos may have hit his ceiling. So, but those fucking stung, man. Dober getting slumped like that, and especially Andrade, dude. That Jessica is the homie, dude. I do not like seeing the homie get slumped like that, especially by someone that's not known for their power. It's like, God damn it, boys. Fuck! You son of a bitch! But yeah, this one wasn't the one that like really fucking killed me. It's just like, oh man, really? All right, whatever. So yeah. But I lost everything, boys. Thank God I'm being responsible with my unit management. Thank you, Jackie boy. I'll always thank Jack for that and giving me that piece of advice. It is the single best piece of advice because this has been a rough year, man. It's been up and down, up and down, up and down. If I gotten overconfident and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm good. I can probably wager a little bit more this week than I normally do," it's like I would have just gone further in the hole. Because I thought about doing that, like instead of putting 3, I was like, "Oh, put 5 on this, put 5 on that." I know that's nothing to like people to do this, but like I'm still figuring this shit out, man. So until I do, yeah, until I get a good like system for myself, nah, man, I'm not gonna go crazy with it. Thank God for it. So yeah, back down a little bit, but again, I'm gonna keep staying responsible. I might not even fucking bet this week. Charlotte looks weird. I might just wait, just take a week off. Maybe we'll see, but I'm not gonna chase this week. I'm not gonna. Oh well, I'm gonna bet double what I did, and I'm gonna get it back even more. It's like no, I might just fucking chill because it's not gonna take much, dude. It's gonna take one good night to get up out of that hole. But if I chase, then I'm just gonna dig myself further. Predictions were pretty terrible. 5 and 7, unacceptable for me as a predictor. I take myself way more serious as a predictor than a gambler, so that's unacceptable for me. I'm pissed at myself about that. So yeah, but that's what it is. That's what happened. And that's pretty much the recap, boys. That's pretty much the recap. Now, I know I said that I was going to preview UFC Charlotte, and I'm going to, but it's not going to be a very long preview. It's going to be like 10, 15 minutes long. I know y'all have already like been doing tape study and shit, and y'all are already on your early leans and shit, so y'all don't need me for that. I mean, just, yeah. Don't really need me for fucking betting at all. But especially after this fucking week, Jesus. But what was I gonna say? I do want to kind of look at it and just give you my 2 cents on it real quick in general. And like I said, shout out to my dude Aaron the Dog MMA. I will be there on Wednesday, and by that time, I will have my predictions for you fucking jacknards. May have a couple wagers. We'll see. But I do want to take a look at the card real quick, just talk about it. And man, y'all let me know if y'all already have some early plays or early leans or whatever. Feel free to drop them in the chat. I am going to look at this card right now. my God, my phone's being so fucking slow, dude. Yeah, dude. Main card. I'll say this. The prelims look better for betting than the main card. Main card is like looks very trappy. Prelims look pretty juicy. Or Gabe Green. I'll go ahead and tell you that right off the bat. Ain't no fucking shocker there. I will be on Gabe Green. It's War Gabe Green. Fuck Brian Battle. All day, every day. That is fucking automatic, like Iration, baby. That is full out, souped up, automatic, just can't quit, let the base hit right on time, automatic. G and Kim Mandy Berm, that's nice and greasy. That is an auto, that is just, yep. I will forever pass on WMMA, and it's because of fights like that. Lots of luck, gentlemen. I'm sure y'all will have I'm sure people will be super passionate about that fucking sorry ass fight all week. Natan Levy, Pete Rodriguez. God damn it, that is greasy. Jesus Christ, that is greasy. Because it's either going to be a grapple fucking by Levy, or he's going to fight stupid and get fucking slumped by Pete Rodriguez. That's what's going to happen there. Oberg, Poetaria. That is a tasty little striking battle there. Right. Stamen, Douglas Silva de Andrade de Silva de Andrade de Silva. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm sure most people will probably be on Stamen. I'll probably end up being on Stamen too. We'll see though. God. Bobo Sherman. Can't stop, won't stop. They are, man. I can't say I hate it because I don't know what it is. I can't help but like root for the old fucking Mississippi Bobo. But like Williams is a pretty tough matchup. With that porous takedown defensive chases. I don't know, man. I wouldn't hate seeing Bobo win one, but dammer. Brown Court McGee. Why? Why is that fucking headlining the prelims? I didn't even think Matt Brown was still fighting. What's going on, baby? What's happening for this one? Good gosh almighty. Why is Tim Means Alex Morono opening up this fucking main card? What is happening right now? Let me tell you how you should do this. UFC, why are you slotting the fights like this? Let me help you out. Your prelim headliner should be Olberg and Poetaria because one of them is getting slumped. That is the perfect way to lead into the main card. You fucking dummies. Alex Morono, Tim Means. No, that should be. You could even make that the headliner and make what's a fuck the prelim co-main. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to bump that back and make that the fucking prelim headliner and make Olberg Poetaria the co-main for the prelims, that's fine too. But that's not, man, really? Angela Hill, Mackenzie Dern? I mean, I guess I understand that one. But again, that's like, that should be opening up the main card. I understand why they're on the main card. Neither of them are like the worst looking. I get that sex sells. I understand that. But I'm just saying, they're both kind of middling. Are they ranked? I think are they kind of, I don't know. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're very highly ranked for some reason, even though they're both kind of like, Angela Hill is definitely a high end. I will stress that. High end, she's still a jobber. Mackenzie Dern, she has a couple losses. Like, yeah, of course, ranked number 7. Let's see, who's she? Jesus Christ. This is how thin and how ridiculous WMMA is. Mackenzie Dern has lost 2 out of her last 3, and she's still fucking ranked number 7. That's insane. You want to know how she got to that high of a ranking? This is how she got to that high of a ranking. Hannah Cyphers, Rhonda Marcos, Vina, that's a pretty good win, and then Nina Nunes. Those 4 wins rocketed her up to what? Like, I mean, Marina and her was like close. It wasn't quite, but it was close to a title eliminator. She loses that one. Split over Tisha, split over unranked Tisha. Oh, God, Tisha's number 8. Jesus Christ. This is what I'm saying, man. All these jobbers are like ranked in the top 10. What the fuck is going on here? WMMA is shit. Angela Hill versus Mackenzie Dern, jobber fight. Cool. Mackenzie sub or Angela Hill. Maybe she loses a split to Mackenzie. Judges seem to love Mackenzie for some reason. I don't know. God, fuck that. As far as a fan, like, fuck that fight. Yeah, they're both pretty, like, they're both decent looking, but they're not like dime pieces, dude. Just, oh God, WMMA is so fucking atrocious. What the fuck? No, that's all you. Nope. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he fucking knocked out that dickhead Mike Jackson. Yeah, very funny because I said I'm not going to ha 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 ha. I know you're not going to pass. I know Dern is going to be in your all Brazilian shit. Thank God. Thank fucking God. That's just. I had resigned myself just to betting high level, and I can't even do that. I can't even get that shit right. So that's why I'm just done. I'm just fucking done with all of it. Oh, can you hear that in my voice? Can you hear the betting withdrawal in my voice, Labby? I can hear the butt sniffer in your voice. You fucking jacknard. Of course, now, Christ. Dern and Viana. I'm fucking passing on all that shit. Pass. Dude, pass the Dutchie upon the left-hand side because I'm not fucking touching any of that shit. Y'all can have it. Best of luck, gentlemen. I hope y'all win. I hope y'all are all on the right side of this because I'm just don't care to get on either one. So, let's see. What's the other fights? Now, Rodriguez Gary, that is going to be the one, man. That or the main event, but that's going to be the one everyone is going to be arguing about. That's the one everyone is going to flex on. That's the one everyone's going to plant their flag. Draw the line in the sand, dude. You do not cross and bet or pick Ian Gary or D-Rod. Everyone's going to do that. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that one yet. I think you can make a case for either guy. That's a fucking 50-50, dude. It's a good fight. Anthony Smith, Johnny Walker. Man. I don't know, dude. I don't even fucking know there. You would think Anthony Smith unless he pulls a stunt, but I can see him pulling a stunt like that. Because he likes to clinch, and Walker is so dangerous there. And I don't know. I mean, I think Smith is the better fighter, but Nah, I wouldn't touch it. I'm not touching that. And the main event, tell you what, Jagaloons, if you want to know what I think about that, if you want my fucking 2 cents on the main event, you're just going to have to tune into Aaron the Dog MMA on Wednesday. And I'll tell you what I think about it then. But the main event, dude, that main event is Sketch McFetch. Smith's 34. Ton of injuries. Kind of chinny. Kind of up and down. Loses 2 in a row, then he wins 3 in a row. Decent wins, too. Then he gets whooped by my dude Magomed. The uncrowned UFC fucking light heavyweight champion. Don't anybody forget that either. I don't want anybody to fucking forget that. That's bullshit. Y'all know that he fucking beat Jan. Y'all know he won that fight, and you fucking screwed him. So I'm sorry, Jamal Hill. Until you beat Magomed, as far as I'm concerned, you ain't the fucking champion. With your fucking tubby ass, dude. Y'all seen Jamal Hill? Just let himself go, man. It's funny. No, Hill's a good fighter, but no, he got to fight. You got to see Magomed, dude. You know who fucking won that fight. Better not duck him. Anyways, I don't know what's happening with that. There's more going on than meets the eye with light heavyweight. But yeah, overall, it's not a terrible card, I guess. Really fucking greasy. Really greasy, dude. But for a fight night, I mean, it's kind of a par for the course fight night. Johnny Walker Blue for me. No, I don't drink Johnny Walker. I like Glenlivet. That's the scotch that I drink, Lobby. That is the single malt scotch that I drink, Lobby. I don't really drink scotch anymore, though. I don't really drink anymore, period. I'm pretty much a teetotaler, dude. And I was surprised how much so I actually am, because when I went down to Old Virginia to my niece's birthday, everyone was drinking. And I'm usually like just a social drinker. I didn't have a drop. And I was good. Like I was definitely fucking chiefing up like a motherfucker, but I didn't drink a bit and I was fine. So yeah, I'm pretty much a teetotaler, dude.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I heard screaming.
Oh no, that was me just being an idiot.
I was worried. Okay.
Sorry. That's funny. So she heard me hollering and thought I was hollering out, crying out for help. So I am though. I'm just kidding. So what was I saying? What the fuck was I talking about, dude? Oh yeah, I was talking about drinking. Talking about Johnny Walker. Yeah, I don't I didn't drink at all. I'm pretty much a teetotaler, dude. But when I did drink, bourbon and ginger, usually my choice. Jameson and ginger, to be exact. That's my favorite. Little Jameson and ginger ale, Lobby CDQ. What do you think about that? Oh, early fight time. God. As far as personality, I cannot stand that motherfucker. He's a good fighter. Anthony Smith is a good fighter. He's definitely a gatekeeper type fighter. I don't really see him ever winning the belt, but dude, crazier things have happened. But he's not a bad fighter. I'd say he's at worst a high-end jobber. Like he's fought for the belt before, so I can't say he's a total jobber, but he's definitely a gatekeeper type. Johnny Walker is someone that like I just cannot put a fucking stamp on, man. I cannot put a finger on him. That's a tough fight, man. That's a really like I can see someone, and the more I think about it, one of them is going to dominate. I don't think that's going to be a close fight. I just can't decide who's going to be the one dominating. Like I can see Smith hurting Walker and then Walker just uncorking something crazy. Smith's been stopped like 8 or 9 times, dude. So I'm not like, I'm sure Smith's going to be the favorite. I'm not rushing to win the bet. No fucking Anthony Smith. I ain't parlay no fucking Anthony Smith. I don't think like Smith by sub is a bad look. Like Walker, Smith definitely has better cardio. If it does get extended, I don't know. I just don't think I think either Smith's going to choke him or Walker's going to fucking slump him. I mean, hey, dude, Smith can knock Walker out too, though. Let me not count that out. That is a very volatile fight. Neither one of the guys are very durable. They're both kind of glass cannons. Smith is more better. I don't know though. He is kind of a fucking mongoloid, dude. Neither one of them have very good fight IQ. Smith is a better fighter, I think, but he could still get knocked out here. So it's just like, I'm not fucking getting anywhere near that motherfucker, dude. Now that is a good look, dude. That is very tempting. But yeah, I ain't rushing to bet no Anthony Smith nothing. But that is enticing. Walker does suck. He's dangerous, but he sucks. But Smith is unreliable. Pretty good, but unreliable. Pretty chinny. I don't know, man. I guess you have to find out. Wait till Wednesday to find out. But boys, I think I'm going to try and get out of here before the 2 hour and 30-minute mark. But I want to thank everyone that came through. Yeah. It was Saturday. Shout out to the boys at Post Sports Radio. I wasn't there for a little bit. I did actually show my face, even though I was getting fucking crushed left and right. So shout out to them. That was a pretty good time. Shout out to the Fighting Islands at Fight Night Picks. I was in there modding, making sure none of you fucking potty mouths go in there and dirty up the purity of that chat. But nah, man, shout out to them. And yeah, Saturday was a pretty good time. I think that's all I got, man. I think that's the recap and the preview, and I said what I needed to say about everything else, and pretty good show, man. Good turnout today. Had double digits several times. So I appreciate the support. And yeah, good stream today, boys. Appreciate it, boys. Yeah, it was a good one. Had to eat a bunch of crow, but got to, man. Got to take accountability for the shitty picks and bets. And yeah. Yes, I might take a week off from gambling. And I'm definitely not going to chase. And this car looks pretty greasy, so we'll see. You're going to have to tune in Wednesday to Aaron the Dog MMA to find out for sure. I'll definitely be talking about my picks and what I think might be some good bets, whether I end up betting them or not. But yeah, I think I pretty much said everything I needed to say for this stream. And I'm going to start to mosey. So, boys, cheers once again. All right, gentlemen. It was another good one, dude. Like I said, once again, thanks for all the support. I will be on Air and the Dog MMA Wednesday, and then Friday I will be back for the weigh-ins. I will be doing that for UFC Charlotte coming up. But man, have a good week. Best of luck to everyone. And yeah, good stream today. Thanks again. Make sure y'all smash the like button on your way out. I really appreciate it. Tell a friend about the channel. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment if you care to. But yeah, boys, hope y'all have a good week. Best of luck. This is just my 2 cents, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.